Now, there are a few things that come to my mind. Is steam versus sauna the same, or which is better?
No, it's not the same.
Okay.
Of course, it's not the same, but heat is heat, right? So that they have in
Yeah,
common.
by saying same, I meant like the same effect on the body, or sauna has a better effect. Or yeah, sorry to interject.
I mean, if you do a steam, you would surround your body with more water molecules, and when you do that, the humidity is higher. So that means it's more difficult for the body to get rid of the heat. And because of that, you cannot sweat as easily because the air is so dense with molecules already, and that makes it harder to sweat, right? So that also means that even with a much lower temperature, you would try to get rid of the heat so much faster. You would try to do that, but it's difficult. So that's why in a steam room, you would get warmer very much faster. Within a few minutes, you would be done, you can say.
Yeah.
So if you use a steam sauna, which is super good, many benefits with that, but you just stay very much shorter in that. And in, you can say, a dry sauna, where you don't pour water on the stones, but it's a good thing to do. I think the humidity is super good. I'm all for a steam sauna, and the more steam, the better. I love it. But if you are in a dry sauna, then you could stay a little bit longer. But the steam sauna is good also for you can say alternating between the cold and the heat, but you just need to be careful that you don't go too fast from the heat to the cold or from the cold to the heat. So acclimating in between is also very important, just to keep it safe.
Okay, so that was for the heat. For the cold, showers, cold showers versus ice baths.
Good one. Yeah, so cold showers, definitely if you are new to this and you just want to get a feeling, is this something that I could do? But I just want to say, cold showers are not the same as an ice bath or a cold plunge. You don't have to have ice in your bath to make it work. Just want to say that. But when you submerge into cold water, you also activate your parasympathetic part of your nervous system. And I think that is very important. My method, the Thermalist method, is about stressing up to stress down. So it's a method where you activate your nervous system and you also activate your resting part of your nervous system. So I'm all about looking at the nervous system as both activation and also deregulation. So you're getting into that nervous system balance. And you quite don't get that with the cold showers alone, but it's a good way to get started getting cold adapted.
There's a lot of talk also about, for example, I was watching this video on Instagram and YouTube where a very famous biohacking influencer by the name of Dave Asprey, he talked about dipping your face. If you don't have an ice bath or anything available to you, just dipping your face in ice cold water for 10 to 12 seconds and doing it for multiple times can kind of give you sort of same benefits or a lot of benefits compared to if you don't do it, right? Because he says that 80% or most of the receptors of temperature are on your face. Is there any science behind this? What do you say?
There's no real rigid studies on exactly that. But we do know that you will activate your vagus nerve when you submerge your face to cold water and even some water. It doesn't matter if it's cold or hot, but getting your face into water, it will activate your vagus nerve. And your vagus nerve is connected with your parasympathetic nervous system. So that means you would decrease your heart rate. And that is a way to de-stress, you can say. But it won't it won't activate all your receptors in the body. So it will give you some benefits. What those are, we have no idea. There are no studies on this. This is just in theory something that will give you something. And I think that people should do it if they don't have anything else. It won't hurt. I mean, unless you don't take your face up and breathe.